Hello, my name is Charlie. I'm a famous filmmaker and director, but you know me already, don't you? Oh, well, it hasn't always been like this anyway. So sit down, grab some popcorn, and let me tell you my story. But before we start, please hit the like button and subscribe. This is me, Charlie, and this is my best friend, Rose. Me and Rose grew up together since we were only babies. We played together, we went to school together, we did everything together. We were like autumn and colds, unavoidable. Like rain and thunder, indivisible. Rose was the sister I never had. I was to her the brother she never... well, you got the point. She was blonde while I was black. She was shy while I was sunny. She had a big brain while I had a big butt. We fit perfectly together. Most of all, we had one dream in common. One day, we would become filmmakers and make movies about witches. Yes, that was our dream at the time, our common goal in life. And we were all ready to get it realized. But what a tragic fate awaited us. Well, I'm being a bit overly dramatic here, but please, let me explain. It was our last year in high school and a few weeks before Halloween. I was reaching my classroom like every morning when Rose came running toward me. Charlie! Charlie! Rose, what? Charlie! Rose! Charlie! Rose! Charlie! Barely breathing, Rose managed to announce to me that the school had opened a cinematographic contest where the winners would be enrolled in the best movie school in the country. We started screaming. At that point, me and Rose already had tins of scripts ready. We simply chose one and brought it in the next morning to our art professor to have it approved. But instead, there stood Mona, high like a giraffe, dressed like a rock star, and loud like a tempest. Who is Mona, you ask? She's the daughter of a famous celebrity couple, a movie producer dad, and a 5-star actress mom. She had the best connections, the best grades, and the best face. A cloud of desperation came upon us when we saw her just talking to the teacher, explaining her project for her script. We felt lost. When our turn came, I spoke for both of us because Rose was too shy to speak, and the sight of Mona shook her too much. Hey, Charlie. Nice job there. What? What? Mona was approaching me, willing to talk. Had I stumbled, hit my head, and fallen into a dream without noticing? Sorry, I couldn't help but listen to your script while you were explaining. It seems like some hot stuff there. Did you come up with it all by yourself? Well, me and Rose, yes. It seems you have a promising future in the business, baby. Would you mind joining me tonight at my party? There'll be producers, movie stars, and many important people. I couldn't believe it was happening. It was too much for me, and all at once. Of course. Me and Rose will be there for sure. Rose? I'm sorry. I don't want someone who is barely able to speak in public to be associated with me. You are invited. See you later, baby. She left like the tornado she was, leaving both me and Rose speechless. I tried to console my best friend, convincing her this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that could help us both. Rose nodded her head, but her look told me something else. I pretended not to see it and went straight to the party. This was an occasion I just simply couldn't afford to lose. Mona's house was not exactly a house. It was a castle, a gigantic manor with a park, 4 towers, and 2 pools. All over the place, men in elegant suits and shiny-looking women talked to each other cheerfully.
Oh dear, you've arrived.
Sir, lady, nice to meet you. I'm so glad you invited me. That man and woman were Mona's parents. They look amazing together. A perfect couple in a perfect house. Everything was perfect in Mona's life. Shiny and bright, like herself. Please, enough with the pleasantries. You're part of the family now. Mona told us all about the project you're working on together. The project? Of course. I told Mom and Dad we are working on an amazing movie. We will win the contest for sure. I didn't know what to say. I was totally caught unprepared. So I just smiled and said nothing. Mona's parents left us soon, and I immediately reached after her. Mona, what did you tell them? Well, that we work together. Isn't that true? But I already work with Rose. Didn't you know that? She's my best friend. I can't just leave her like this. Mona just smiled and washed the problem away with a swing of her hand. You create too many problems, baby. Can't you just work with us both? Come on, let's have fun. I'm ashamed to admit, but the truth is that I forgot Rose for some time, and quite easily. I just loved to be asked about my history and my interests by all these interesting people there. The future was winking at me and I just couldn't resist. Then I saw him. How to describe the finch that came to perch on my branch? He was like a god in a garden on Olympus. He was like a breeze on a hot summer day. He was like well, that horse was hot, girls. You can bet about it. That angel had dark eyes like enchantment and such a fine, elegant beard. I was totally captured. He must have noticed my dumb expression because he started smiling at me as if trying to help me retrieve some of my dignity. Too late. And Charlie, let me introduce you to my brother Tom.
So you are the famous Charlie. A handsome lady, that's for sure. Nice to meet you.
Is he really going to kiss my hand? Is he really? Oh, God, I'm fainting. I'm fainting. Am I famous? How?
Of course. Mona has talked about you all